What is going on, guys? My name is Damien. Welcome back. Bringing you my review for episode 16 of Arrow Season 3. It was a great episode, so let's get right into it. I do apologize for the late upload. I normally post a little bit after the episode airs, but I figured I would do it today instead because I really wasn't feeling up to it last night. I was really tired. So let's get right into it. I do my favorite moments and talk about Oliver and Felicity because that was, I guess, a pretty important part of the episode. And I know everyone who was an Oliver and Felicity shipper was at least content if I can say that. So let's get into it. Last night's episode was really great. They offered a lot more insight to the Lazarus Pit, which I really enjoyed. Anything involving Ra's al Ghul or Ra's al Ghul, depending on how you'd like to pronounce it, is is great because I've always been a big fan of that character because I'm a big fan of Batman in general. So it's nice to get a little bit more backstory about it and really just kind of see more of his character because he's officially going to be leaving the show after season 3, but it's not going to be in a way where it's not open for him to return. There's no way they actually end it that way. So it was nice to see that they offer some more insight on that. Like, there's different interpretations or depictions rather of the Lazarus Pit. Sometimes it can be something that is eternal, lasts forever, but as we see in Arrow, it will only work for a certain amount of time. So it was great to have that little backstory because we really didn't know too much about it up until that point. So a little bit of insight kind of clear things up as to what is really going on with Ra's al Ghul and everything like that with the League of Assassins. As far as moving forward with Arrow, we really just haven't really seen a lot of people with abilities or any kind of powers or magic or anything like that. It's just been a very realistic world for the most part, putting aside the Lazarus Pit and the Flash crossovers and things like that. But with season 4 almost here, we pretty much know that they're going to be branching out with certain things because with what the Flash is doing and with where they need to go with Arrow as far as new villains and things like that, we can expect to see some magic and at least some new villains or heroes with abilities. I've seen in some interviews with Stephen Amell, and this has just been like random quotes that they've pulled, that they have mentioned things like, or Stephen Amell, he's been quoted saying things along the lines of, if people want, or things that people want to see, we're going to get to at some point. We'll try our best to incorporate it. So it'll be interesting to see if what they do moving forward with with magic and a little bit more acknowledgement of a universe as a whole and not just the Arrowverse, if you will. So that should be good. As far as Oliver and Felicity is concerned, I guess now is a good time to get into that because I know a lot of people don't like Ray Palmer, but if you ship Oliver and Felicity, you're probably not a big fan of Ray Palmer. But he is officially leaving the show for the spinoff at the end of season 3. So either way, he's going to be gone. Something is going to cause him and Felicity to go their separate ways prior to that officially happening. So we'll see just what exactly kind of what leads them along that path to really officially break up and say it's over. But he's already at him, so he's had a really, I guess you can say, accelerated process to getting to that point, even though it's kind of happened in the background. So we'll kind of see just what really happens. But I really enjoyed their relationship together. I can't say that I didn't enjoy it. He's going to the spinoff, and at some point they'll probably have him guest star again. But as being a recurring character as he has been this season, that's pretty much over. So he wasn't in last night's episode a lot. I would have liked to see some more of him, but next week we'll get a really good look at him versus Oliver, at least in a little, maybe a few minutes worth of screen time. So we'll see just how that plays out. But Oliver and Felicity, again, if you're an Olicity shipper, you can remain hopeful. There's just nothing that's going to be stopping the two of them after Ray Palmer leaves. So they will have their moments together. They will have more scenes together because if you have been on my clips channel where I post my scenes weekly, you'll notice that there really hasn't been much Oliver and Felicity at all. And I generally only post their scenes if it's somewhat exclusive, but they really just haven't had any. They've been kind of distant. Yes, they work together, but she's been kind of disconnected from from Team Arrow, and now she's kind of officially rejoining, I guess. So she did make that comment about him being the most handsome Demon's Head if he had accepted the job or anything like that. So that's it's really good. There's still a lot more for Oliver and Felicity for sure, and we're definitely going to see that in season 4 and maybe even beyond. Who knows just what's going to happen, because the things that happen on these shows, they can happen, things can change so drastically, and they can completely alter what you expected from the show. As far as if you're someone who watches the show and doesn't really look too much into spoilers, you just kind of let it come. You just watch the episodes as they are, and you don't really do any background researching. I try to look into what's coming up for the episodes. Sometimes I try not to, but every once in a while I might be curious, like what's going to happen after. For example, when they had the man in the yellow suit on the Flash episode 9, I had to know. I was trying to look into spoilers to see what was coming up, because I had so many different theories about who Tom Cavanaugh could have been, Harrison Wells' character. I was so curious, like he could have been this guy, this guy. So I was looking into things like that, and I just wanted to know just where exactly they were going to go. But I tried to stay away from spoilers just to be completely surprised in general. So moving on from Oliver and Felicity, Quentin Lance, he's going to be on a witch hunt for Oliver again. I think he's just trying to convince himself, or tell himself that there's still something bad about Oliver, and he still feels betrayed about the way everything went down with Sarah. But again, when I look at it, I feel like he should be, or he should have been more prepared for the fact that his daughter could die at any day. I mean, he was well aware of the kind of life that she had chosen. Oliver never really kind of forced her into that life. She just kind of was doing it. She kills people, and that's just the life that she had lived. So I felt that his reaction, I guess he felt betrayed by everyone, but at the same time, him now kind of distancing himself from the Green Arrow, or Arrow, and just not wanting to work with him anymore, is, I guess, a little surprising, or at least his reaction is a little surprising. But I guess, again, at the end of the day, he feels so betrayed because even Laurel knew. So it's what it is. But we'll see. There's been some previews that they've put out, especially like Paley Fest. They put out a video kind of showing a lot of scenes for upcoming episodes, and there's a lot of things involving Oliver and Quentin. So that'll be interesting to see just kind of how it all plays out. And the biggest thing that happened in the episode last night, my number one huge moment, is Ra's al Ghul basically blackmailing Oliver. That's pretty much how I expected it to go down. I could not see Oliver Queen accepting the mantle as the demon's head and taking over from Ra's al Ghul, not yet anyway. So he's going to have multiple League of Assassin members kind of pretending to be Green Arrow and just killing people. And this is really just what's going to that's going to lead into the events that I saw in some of the previews at Paley Fest from the trailer that they put out, where you see just everyone is on this witch hunt trying to just capture Green Arrow. Everyone's looking for him, trying to arrest him. He's just the bad guy, and there's nothing he can really do about it. His reputation is being tarnished by the League of Assassins, and he's being portrayed as this like hardened criminal, like just a murderer, and he's just no longer the good guy. So it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out. What I would really like is if they somehow had acknowledged the universe with the Flash as well, because on the episode of the Flash, when he ran back in time, that could have changed things as well. It would have been great if they could acknowledge that, but it's, I guess that's asking for too much. So let me know what you guys think about it. Let me know who you think is going to die at the end of the season, because it's pretty much going that way. Once things start to when everything starts to get really, really insane and out of control, that someone's going to die. Because in season 2, you had that exact same pattern. Moira Queen went down. Season 1, Tommy went down. It's just the way, the pattern of the show, it's kind of expected. I didn't expect Sarah to go down at the beginning of season 3 like that, but that one was, I can say, was the only like true surprise for me, not watching or not looking at any spoilers and just watching the episode as it came. So let me know what you guys think. I fully expect Ra's al Ghul to terminate somebody at the end of the episode. I think he's going to get put down, but I think he's going to ultimately come back through the Lazarus pit. I can't see him. There's no way he's just going off forever, so he will be back. So let me know what you guys think. Comment down below. Leave a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new. And do share your thoughts on Arrow, The Flash, whatever shows you watch, and I will reply to your comments. My name is Damien. Check out my other 2 videos at the end, and I will see you guys tonight for another video.